Hello everybody and welcome to Motor Gear X again. Jeff here. Right on the banded case, there it is, stripped, round to go. Still got the tank to paint obviously. A few bits and pieces still need doing and whatever. But we'll get back to that in a minute. Your weekend warriors, for me, is going to be this week a bit of a twist. And what I mean by a bit of a twist is, when I was working somewhere else, I was working for a large car company, and I got to know quite a few people, and I bought two vehicles at the same time. One was I think it was a Mercedes C220. Yeah, I think it was a C220, and I also bought an ex-taxi Doblo, black and yellow cab. Both at the same time, and my intention was for both of them to do them up and then sell them, make a bit of profit in the pot. So I bought these, packed them up, started working on the first one, the Mercedes. He wanted a few bits and pieces doing it, so I'd done them. While I was halfway through messing about with the Mercedes, I was at work one day and I got a phone call off a mate of mine who works for a Skoda dealership, and he said to me, have you got any cars? I believe you've got a couple of cars. And I says, yeah, I have got a couple of cars. He says, oh great. He says, are you interested in selling them both? I said, what, both together? He goes, yeah. He said, there's a guy who's a scout who's in this area from London, and he wants a couple of cars because they're going to put the cars into a film. And I went, oh, okay then. I said, so give him my details, give me my mobile number, and I'll have a chat with him. He did. He gave him the number. Very next day, gets a phone call off this Simon. Came down to my house, we had a little chat, cup of tea and whatever. And he was a film scout for a film company in London, and he wanted to buy both the cars off me. So he came down, had a little look at them, says, yeah, I'll have them both. We negotiated the deal, and he gave me the money straight away. I gave him the logbooks and whatever, and he said, can I leave the cars here for a couple of days? I need to get some lads down from London to come down and pick them up and drive them back. And I went, yeah, no problem whatsoever. So while I was on the little chat with him, I says to him, can you tell me anything about the film that they're going into? He says, all I can tell you, they're going into an action-packed film. You may or not see. Can't tell you the name of it. He said, but both cars are going to be blown up. And then I stood there and I thought, blown up? I thought, I wish I hadn't bought them pig in parts now. Because I bought a brand new back boat light, because it was cracked, and I shut the old one away and put the new one on. That was, I think that's Mercedes, that was like 40 quid. I got a sensor, which was another 20-30 quid. Put a tyre on, painted the little bit of the cylinder and whatever. I spent about 100 quid on this car. Wish I'd known it beforehand. I would never spent a bloody penny because they're going to get blown up and whatever. And sure enough, he came to my house a couple of days later. There was three of them all together, Simon and two other guys. One jumped in the ex-taxi, the Fiat Doblo, I believe it was, like high roof, yellow bonnet, yellow doors, black cab. That wasn't actually bad, tell you the truth. What I was going to do with that, I was actually going to take the seats out the back and make it into like some sort of micro camper, because it was just that type of shape. It'd have done lovely as a micro camper. As I blinked an eye, they were gone. I had them and they went. Probably one of the quickest sales I ever had in my life. 1 minute they were here, the next minute they were gone. The next week they were gone. And like I say, that's all I know about it. I've watched films all over the place and whatever, and I've never come across them at all yet. But if I do, I shall let you know. But that's my little bit of a twist of a weekend worry, to be quite honest. It was quite funny and interesting, to be quite honest. But yeah, back to the Bandit. I still need to do a few bits and pieces on it, to tell you the truth. Time at the moment is of essence, to be quite honest. I'm still working long hours, but I am getting there. I still haven't fixed me jack yet. It's a beautiful day outside at the moment. It's about 17 degrees at the moment. I think summer's on its way. Like I say, once it starts getting, the temperature start rising over you, I'm going to get stuck right into the old bike. And like I say, I'm going to paint. Well, my idea was at the moment was I'm going to, don't know if you can see it down here. There it is, tank. I'm going to paint that like a nice blue. Obviously, take the stickers off it and what have you. Paint that just the tank a nice blue. But my idea is to like blue tippet, like blue tinge or tippet and what have you. And what I mean by that is, like say for example, like say these here, your backrests, your foot pegs, sorry. I'll paint them. I'll paint them blue, leave that silver, and on here, on the scuffers, paint that blue, but put like a blue edging round, so it's still going to be like silver here, there in the frame. Maybe just put like a bit of a blue tinge on there, like a bit of a, like the bottom half blue or something, like to keep the top half silver and whatever. And maybe just do that blue, the sissy bar blue. And like say just like bits and pieces, like just dotted about the bike rather than change the full colour, just bits and pieces, because then I think it'll have more of an effect on it, on the bike, and I think it'll go together. The orange wheels, the blue tank, the tinge, the tips, and maybe a bit of silver. I think it might just work very, very nice together. So yeah, I'll start doing that before long. Like I say, I'm going to do it all myself. I'm going to do, sorry, getting too close there, don't want to frighten you all. Yeah, I'll do it all myself, and as I go along, I'll be showing you how I'm doing it. Because like I say, it's either, I'm not going to get anybody in to do it, because I do all my own work, as I keep saying, as I keep going on circles. Now you're probably getting bored of hearing about now. But I'll tell you what I have got. On my travels, I've come across an old classic packed at the side of the road. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you the little video I made right now. Hello everybody, this is Jeff, Motor Gear Rex. It's the man about in my van. I don't know if you can see on there, but I've come across another old classic parked at the side of the road. It's in full view. If you can't make out what it is, it's the old Toyota Supra, black one. I think it's on the old G-Reg and what have you. It's probably seen better days, to be quite honest. The bodywork's not the best in the world. But I've drove past this one, to tell you the truth, a few times in the last couple of months, and it's never moved at all. I've actually just passed an old Capri as well, but I'll put that in next week's for you. But this old one here, this old Toyota, I'm not even sure if it's going to be able to move, to be quite honest. It's been parked there that long. I think it belongs to the same guy who I showed you in the last video, who's got the Mercedes and whatever, because it's just around the corner. Again, a great old classic. I love the classics, honestly. I love the classics. That's why I've opted for the old Y-Reg 2000 Vito van Mark 1. It's the oldest one I could get, to be quite honest, in the condition that I wanted. But yeah, going back to the old Toyota, you can see it there. This is a sunny day. It's not showing all its best bits of at the moment, but from a distance it looks all right. I've never aired it, to be quite honest. I've never aired it running, so that might be another one, another letter through the letterbox. Talking of which, them ones, the Fiat Tipo, still no word. I've noticed someone's cleaned the back window on it, but that's about it. The Granada, I've got a funny feeling the Granada has also got something to do with this guy, because it's not a million miles away from where he lives. So it's just a waiting game, to be quite honest. I'm just waiting. The seed's been planted, and see what happens, basically. But I'll keep you topped up with all these classics if and when I see them, because like I say, I just love them, to be quite honest. While I'm in the old Vito, I'll give you a quick look inside of it. Don't know if you can see all this on the old phone. There's the back, full of rubbish. I put a bit of a new carpet in, to be quite honest, off the end of a roll that someone was having a carpet fitted at one stage. All the windows are tinted. I've had them all tinted and what have you. what they call vinyl tinted on one of it. Limo tinted point. I think it's 0.5 or 0.2 or one of the two. I know it's dark. You can't see him, but you can see out. But yeah, that's how I want it, because in the summer in this van, it's like a bloody greenhouse. Last year when I was in it, I was getting cooked when I was messing about in it. I was definitely getting cooked. I've actually got a solar panel, a small one which I got off Amazon, linked up to my battery, so it keeps my battery topped up. But I'm not just so sure, to be quite honest, that it's okay. I've got it wired there on the dash. Don't know if you can see it on there. There it is. On the front of the windscreen now. Yeah, the wires took there. It goes into the battery and what have you. But I'm not sure if it's working alright, because every time I connect it up and leave the van, I'll go to it the following week and the battery's flat. I disconnect the solar panel and I'll go to the following week and there's plenty of life in the battery, so not sure what's happening there. I'll keep an eye on that one. If I've got to bin it, believe you me, I'll bin it. Because I don't like rubbish crap like that, to be quite honest. Better in the bin than if it's not working. But yeah, the Alvito van, she's running good at the moment. Got a major overhaul coming shortly. Steam suspension and what have you. And a full service. It's going to be, I'm going to have to take some time off work, to be quite honest, to complete it all. My coil spring on the driver's side's just snapped last week. And what it's done is, normally on a coil spring, it'll snap on the bottom and give you like a little pigtail on the bottom, and you pull it out. This one, it's the first time it's ever happened, and I've had a few coil springs snap. This one, it's actually gone inside itself. Where it snapped in the middle, it's just gone straight inside the other bit of a coil spring, which is found unusual, to be quite honest. I've never known them snap in the middle before. So like that's another thing. Like I say, I'm renewing all the suspension anyway, all the coil springs. I've already renewed the back shockers on this for good quality ones, because the other ones were leaking on it. One of it's, I think it was 2 years ago on its MOT. One of them was leaking, so I replaced them both. I mean, if one's leaking, the other one will be far behind. There's no point in putting one shocker on when you need two on to give you the stability, the same stability on both sides. You put an old shocker, you put a new shocker on one side, and you've still got the old on the other side. It's going to be an imbalance. So what's the point in having that? But I always fit two shockers, never fit one. I always fit two. It's a little bit of a judgment off me, because at the end of the day, like I say, I'm in the motor game, and it's pointless, really pointless. And you've done the job twice, to be quite honest, if you just fit one shocker. It's absolutely crazy, especially if you're using the vehicle all the time. But yeah, the old Toyota Supra, yeah, seen better days. Don't know what the guy's doing with it, to be quite honest. Like I say, it has been sat at for quite a bit, but it would make a nice project for somebody. What I just hate cars sat about doing out. I'd rather there be someone working on them as a weekend warrior or project or whatever you want to call it, and just get it sorted, get it back on the road, get the wheels turning. Just breathe a bit of life into the old vehicle, get it going. It won't take much to put it back on the road. That, I mean, it looks mainly cosmetic, to be quite honest. Not sure what the engine's like, but they've put it there. They've drove it there more than likely. So, and these Toyota engines they're normally pretty good, you know. When I was growing up, when I was a lad, the better engines in the world at the time when I was growing up is the Japanese and Toyota. Well, the Toyota engines and Nissans and what have you, Datsuns and what have you. Everyone was going crazy for it when I was growing up. But yeah, things have changed slightly now with the Germans and what have you. With the German cars now, the BMs and the Mercedes of this world and what have you. But yeah, it's still the Japanese. They're still up there, still up front, still on top and what have you. Especially the old classics, because I love the old Japanese classics, to be quite honest. I like all classics, but I don't like Japanese classics. But yeah, nice to see that one there. Now, I hope the guy's going to put it back on the road. If he does, I'll put it in another video for you. So yeah, I'm going to switch back to the old garage, the old warm outside, but the garage is still fairly cold. But Yeah, I'm going to switch back to the garage where the bandit is, and then go from there. See you in a bit. I hope you liked that. That was a bit of interest in the local area. I've drove past it quite a few times. It's just sat there, not doing anything. I don't think it's been moved for quite a long time, but I hope it does. But if it does, I'll keep you informed and with you, and see if I can get hold of the guy who owns it. I don't know who owns it, but I just think it's the guy on the corner. I've done a few videos on before, but I do. I'll see if I can get chatting to him with you, and I'll give the old gin, as they use, as I say, give the gin. But as everything else goes, I hope everyone's all right in these strange times and whatever. I hope it's going to start relaxing before long, and people start meeting, obviously, and the pubs are open and the clubs and whatever. But I never just want to start meeting because it's going to be the right time of the year. Like, it's going to be nice and warm. I think everyone's going to be stuck inside and not being able to go anywhere. But yeah, all stay safe and whatever. And this is Jeff out.